vocally, Violetta is not. She's one of those characters, one of those roles in the soprano repertoire that everyone, all sopranos want to sing. You
And some
know,
mezzos too.
fair enough. And for me, it just happened. I give you some context. I did a recital recently, and I started, with the vocal fireworks of Sempre Libera, Forse Lui, and one of the attendees goes, "Oh, you're singing Violetta. Is that your favorite role?" I wouldn't say it's my favorite role. It's the one I get hired the most to sing. But she's hard. She keeps me on my toes no matter how many times. This is my 14th production now with FGO. And now, as I'm wiser and older, I know where my vocal, I called them earlier a pothole. My vocal potholes are, and Diane Soviero says the same thing. No, well, you got to do it like this, and because I had the same issue, and like, oh, we're like soprano buddies. Um, but when it comes to approaching Violetta as like a different concept, I think for me, her character, like the foundation, like the simplicity of her, doesn't change for me. And this is another argument that I not argument, but one of the things I like to say about her because again, we will find now in the year 2023, people say, well, opera isn't relevant. I'm like, no, it is. Like, look at Violetta, for example. She's a woman who started from nothing. She worked her way up to the top, and she is a woman who's struggling with issues like of self-worth. I mean, I'm human. I've struggled with things like that all the time. And it's just something that's part of life. And so I think her story is something that we can all somehow see ourselves in, in her what's unfolding on stage. But for me, what makes Violetta interesting is the working with directors and their different ideas because that's what keeps it fresh. Because that's where I learn from, I'm singing these phrases on repeat sometimes. Let's say, go on autopilot, and a director will be like, no, 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 you know, fight the urge or the intuition to collapse to the ground. Like Violetta is stronger than that in this moment. I feel like, oh, okay. So there's little things like that that keep it for me interesting.